During that time, I fell in love, found an opportunity to better myself and grow in a relationship outside of Albuquerque. I met this woman, Caitlin Gonzalez, 2016 at a party around the same time that I started working at the arena, and we were cool. Things didn't really work out at first, but we started talking more and more while she was here in Phoenix. Things started clicking more and more, and by the time she came back for winter break, we knew that we wanted to be together. So she went back to school. We did the long distance thing. She came back. We both felt like we wanted to be together going forward, and I ended up finding a job at the Grand Canyon of all places. Went up there, had a blast, learned a lot, saw a lot, something that I may end up doing again in my life. Only spent 2 or 3 months up there, made my way down here to Phoenix, where I've been ever since. I briefly played in a league that summer before moving from Albuquerque in 2017. I didn't play well. Joined up with a few people from Albuquerque while I was living out here for a co-ed tournament at the beginning of 2018, where I played well. We won the tournament. I scored a couple goals in the final, and that was my last official game of soccer. Otherwise, me and my girlfriend have just been learning to live our lives, prioritize, to take personal inventory. For me to find the balance to be able to come back online, come back to the things that I love, but also bring with me all that I've been through. After everything that I've been through, the last thing I would want to do is forget it, because it's been everything to me and my growth. In a lot of ways, it's all I got. Plus, to watch my abuelo Alfredo go through what he went through with dementia. As long as I can live, I don't want to forget any moment that I've been through, good, bad, ugly. It's all important to me at the end of the day, so I bring it all forward with me. And with that, I've been able to learn how to shift my brain from something that felt like a bit of a curse at times to something that's more of an asset. Doesn't mean that I've changed anything of the way that my brain necessarily works. I just understand the impulses and anxieties better. I can make the best of those decisions. The way that my brain works, that's all I got too. So I had a bit of an interesting job history since I've been out here. I worked at a cleaning company for about a year, worked my way into management, just got completely sick of it. So I got back into something that I really loved, which was editing. Worked at this place called iMemories for 2 years, editing footage that been digitized from old videos. Absolutely loved it for what it was worth, but they had me working on third shift, which meant working overnight. There's a weird situation where I was working from home for a little bit. I ended up fighting for that and I lost. Figured I'd try to do the independent thing, and things just never really came to fruition. I was doing DoorDash and Instacart for the better part of last year. Ended up being pretty humbled because I thought I was going to be able to get stuff going, and I really didn't. Ended up looking at the situations with Instacart and DoorDash, how frail our restaurants and grocery stores are, and especially grocery stores. They really are the pillar of our communities. We need them so badly. It's just a job at the end of the day, help pay the bills and things like that. But I ended up getting a job at Target, and it's helped me to continue to build routine, be the best version of myself that I can be every day. Work first thing in the morning, get off 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then I just come home and start working on my videos, start working on my content, playing soccer. It's been good for me, and it's probably not the job that I expected or the job that I want long term, but it definitely has been rewarding for what it's worth. Editing footage for over 10 years now. I've always had a knack for telling stories, for just trying to see things through a lens that empowers people and lifts people up rather than tearing people down. For instance, with a lot of the videos that I'm posting, at the end of the day, sure, I do want people to watch them, I do want people to enjoy them, and I do want people to watch my content, but that's only if that's what you want to do. I'm not peddling anything. I'm not trying to push an agenda. I've just missed a lot of time with a lot of people that are important. Some of them, it's as easy as just saying a happy birthday and a couple nice words about the way that they used to play soccer and the way that they carried themselves off the field. For other people, it's not as simple because they're just not here anymore. We don't get that time back. So to be able to share a few nice words, a video, and share a moment with people, that's what it's all about for me. That's what playing soccer was all about. Living in a community is all about. I mean, I've had a hard time saying that I'm a good soccer player and I'm better than so and so, because I'm the type of person who's always thought we're so unique at the way that we approach life, let alone this game. How can we sit here and nitpick whether or not he's better than him or she's better than her, or we're better than this team? We have our day, we prove ourselves that day, and then we move on. And that's what's beautiful about this game, about sports, about life. There's always going to be another competition as long as we're handling ourselves off the field. So that's the lens that I want to come in with the perspective of lifting people up and reminding people like, hey, what you did on the field mattered. What you're doing off the field matters even more to me, to the people in your life. So that's part of what I'm doing back. I have a bunch of footage throughout the years that my dad's taken, some full-length games that some coaches have been able to bless me with. I know the game of soccer, so it's easy to make videos about it. I'm empathetic and sensitive, and and something that was a crutch and was something I tried to fight for a lot of years, but I just gotta embrace it because it helps me to tell stories in a sense that will bring a well-rounded view on the person or the topic on hand. I love art, I love music, I love being able to create. This is just one of many mediums that I hope to make the most of every single day, because more than anything, we are what we think every single day. I can sit here today and say that I proved myself time and time again that I was capable of playing at the level that was asked of me, that I was a fun player to watch. But I say that only because of all the years that I've had to convince myself of it. To me, it's just simply a matter of I wanted to be as pure as I could at this game, and that meant being good at every single aspect of it. Maybe other than finishing. But I also think that had a lot to do with my mental block. And that's how I want to approach this next endeavor of creating, bringing stories to light, and to remind people that there's a human behind every single player that puts themselves in between the four line and the two walls. And we can't forget that. So with that, I'm back. I've worked way too hard to disappear again. So this is me today. Take it or leave it. I had to go into hibernation for a while just to get my head on straight, but now that I'm out, I'm hoping that I can help others avoid having to go through that same fate, because community support, having others around us, it's important. It's all we got. Signing out, above all else, balance, respect, energy, and progress. One love, one family, one community. Cantu out.